suck!
Hey guys, Society Reviews here, my review of the film I Saw the TV Glow. It was just a couple of weeks ago that I said if there are 3 or 4 more movies that were worse than the film Babes, we're in deep trouble for 2024. Believe it or not, only a couple weeks later after making that statement, we officially have at least one movie that's officially worse than Babes. Justice Smith is the worst actor working in Hollywood today, and I'm not saying that for the sole purpose of attaining clicks. Even before the actor officially came out as gay, his excessive screaming and crying for movies such as Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom already puts him on the list of one of the least favorable actors in Hollywood. Since then, the actor has been in a series of films that have showcased the audience the absolute worst qualities of a human being on every conceivable level. Earlier this year, Smith was in another terrible movie entitled The American Society of Magical Negroes, a film that not only went into overdrive by antagonizing race relations between black people and white people here in the United States of America, but a film that marred itself even further by allowing their charismaless actor to go on a 5-minute monologue about how hard it is to be a black man in America, coming from someone who's arguably less black than the Catch Me Outside girl. The film entitled I Saw the TV Glow is guaranteed to have Justice Smith added to the mark and avoid list as far as actors go moving forward. I Saw the TV Glow is a pseudo-intellectual psychological horror film about 2 outcasts who find camaraderie by watching an obscure television show that's just as demented as they are. Maddie is the town's lesbian who's pretty much cut off from anything that can be qualified as a functioning relationship with another human being. And to join Maddie in her misery train is her quote-unquote friend Owen, who is a weird little black kid who is so afraid to speak, it's almost as if he's afraid of getting beat up by everyone in a 5-mile radius. The two bond by watching a show called The Pink Oblique. However, calling their relationship a friendship will be an insult to anyone who meets the bare minimum of actually liking one another. One day, Maddie disappears on the same day that the show was canceled, and what happens next is so stupid I have to tell you in order for you to believe that I'm not making this up. If you don't know anything about this film, the writer and director of this movie, Jane Schoenbrunn, is a trans woman, so it shouldn't shock anyone to discover that this film is actually an allegory for trans people. If you weren't told this going into the movie, nothing about this film is going to make a lick of sense. But if you were told this before going into the movie, even less of the film makes sense on a basic level. I Saw the TV Glow is not a movie. There's no plot, there's no storyline, there's no dialogue, and you're presented with 2 protagonists who barely meet the minimum qualifications of what is called a character. When you mix all of this in a pot, you are left with a film that gives you 100 minutes of you asking yourself, why did I watch this movie, and what the hell did I just watch? Justice Smith and Bridget Payne are the 2 real-life gay actors who don't even pretend for a single second to have any chemistry either romantically or on a basic platonic level. Bridget is your typical moody lesbian who thinks the entire world is against her, yet she doesn't even realize that it's her intense narcissism is the exact reason why she doesn't have anyone that she can qualify as a friend. Justice Smith at this point in his career is the gay, non-threatening, and air quotes, black man that Hollywood calls when you want someone who makes Ryan Gosling look like Malcolm X. Non-threatening, effeminate, and neurotic are the only qualities that you're ever going to get out of Justice Smith, and that is the only reason why his star is on the rise in modern Hollywood. The deeper you get into this emotional trauma memory disguised as a feature movie, the more baffled you are destined to be. Spoiler alert, because I'm pretty sure none of you guys plan on actually watching this movie anyway. It turns out that the television show that the characters have been watching this entire time is their true reality, and Owen and Maddie are actually the 2 lesbians that they've been watching on television the entire time. Understanding the context that this is a film that is an allegory to a man's transition into becoming a woman, the only thing left to say by the time that Fred Durst from Limp Bizkit shows up in this movie is,
what the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck is this world? What have they done to us? What did they do to us?
I Saw the TV Glow is one of the most boring films to have ever been crafted from a brain of a human being.
You are, without a shadow of a doubt, the most boring son of a bitch I've ever seen.
At this point, I would unironically rather watch Ass the movie than sit through another 2 hours of a mind-numbing attempt at a story for someone who needs therapy or Jesus or a combination of both. I've said it once and I will say it again, if there are 2 or 3 more movies this year that are worse than this film, Hollywood may very well be in critical condition. I give this film a hard 0 out of 5.
I like girls, you know that, right?
Who the fuck wrote this bullshit?